living in the future? Are you living in the future, or are you just planning for the future? More about that right after the intro. Welcome to the Day One Journey, episode 5, 2, 3. Ching. Yeah! So what about you? Are you living in the future? Do you spend more time thinking about the future rather than focusing on what you're doing right now? Or do you just take some time for yourself once in a while to plan for the future? Well, as I shared with you in the last few episodes, this is something that I like to do. I like to plan for the future. Sometimes I like to take a step back, reflect about my life, think about the stuff that I want to accomplish, the things that excite me, and I like to take the time to plan for the future, to create my own future. And as I've shared with you as well in the last few episodes, especially after I came back from the Vipassana retreat, I also want to live in the moment. I want to live right now. I don't want to live in the future. And I don't see any contradiction. I think that I can live in the present moment and also once in a while, not every day, all day, plan for the future. I don't see any contradiction here. But when I was in the Vipassana retreat, as I shared in the last episode, they sort of ignore the concept of the future. Every day we had time when we reported to the teachers, and sometimes we asked questions and we had some comments, and usually when they responded to us, they always reminded us that the present moment is the only thing that exists. And I couldn't really argue with that. Yes, I agree with that. But they kept saying that the future doesn't exist and the past doesn't really exist. And yet again, I can't argue with that. But I do think it is helpful and even necessary to acknowledge the future and the past as concepts. Because, okay, they don't exist right now, but I will end up in my future sooner or later, and I want to plan. And I don't see any contradiction between me planning, again, once in a while, not every day, not all the day, every day. I do see the value in it, and I don't think it contradicts me living in the moment right now. For example, being with you in this episode, sharing with you my thoughts, living in the present moment. The fact that I want to plan for the future doesn't mean that I do it all the time. Right now, I'm talking to you. I don't plan for the future right now. So this is one thing that I didn't really get when I was in the Vipassana retreat. But after a while, I thought about that and I think I solved the conflict. But I will show you more about that in the next episodes. So back to you. Give yourself a few minutes today and ask yourself, are you living in the future, or are you just planning for the future? Give yourself a few minutes today. Think about it. And of course, have an amazing day one. See you tomorrow.